I've had a video request from one of my channel members, Ticker. He wanted to know if I could make a video on a program called Shadow Defender. So I've read it on the forums. He said, can you make a video? So I thought, well, why not? So here is the actual program. It's www.shadowdefender.com. It's not a free program. It's a 30-day trial. It's a full-blown trial, so you can actually use the whole program. But the program itself is a very good program. I've had a little look at it. I've not used it vast amounts. I've just had a little play of it, and it's pretty decent. It don't cost a lot of money. It's only about 22 quid in English money. I'm not sure what that is in US dollars. 35 quid, something like that. Yeah, 35 US dollars, and 22.69 British pounds. So let's have a little look at the program itself. As I said, it's good for actually protecting you against malicious activity and unwanted changes to your system. So if you want to use it in a virtual environment, that's what it does. It sort of protects your system, operating system. So if you got an infection when you was in sort of a shadow mode, you would be protected, because obviously you'd be in a virtual environment, if that makes sense. So let's have a little look at the program itself while it's running. So here we go. We've got the program installed down here, and as you can see, it's pretty basic, pretty simple looking. We need to know is go to mode settings, and as you can see, it's in normal mode, which means we're in a normal environment for our PC. So if I actually entered shadow mode, this would then put us into this virtual environment where we would be protected, and anything I do in that virtual environment, unless I exclude stuff and commit stuff, then obviously that would be either deleted when I reboot the system. So let's enter shadow mode, and as you can see, it gives you a handy little box here that says enter shadow mode on boot or exit shadow mode on shutdown. So I'm going to leave it on exit shadow mode on shutdown, and we are now in shadow mode, as you can see, because up the top there's a little tab that says shadow mode. So now we know we're in shadow mode. This is exclusion list, where you can add files and add folders to it, okay? And you've also got commit. So commit now is a place where you can add files and folders as well. So if you wanted to, as you can see here, it basically means you'll be installing stuff and commit to the original volume. So that means the original Windows operating system, that you're using the proper Windows operating system. So if you install something, it will go into there rather than into shadow mode, if that makes sense. Anyway, there is a little bit about it on the help file, not vast amounts, but it does sort of clear it up a little bit and probably explain it a little bit better than what I've done. So as you can see here, exclusion list, you can read a little bit about it there, and commit. Okay guys, anyway, so let's install something anyway. So let's just install, because we're in shadow mode now. If I installed anything, it would be gone when we reboot the system. So let's have a little look at Malware. So I'm going to actually install this now. So we'll click on run and click OK, next. You all know how to install a program anyway, but what I want to do is show you what I mean. So I'm just going to install, say, Malware on here. Okay, so let's finish. That's going to want to update. Should have probably not bothered with that, but hey. Okay, so once we've done this, we can then go into my computer and then my programs, and then actually commit this to make sure it's not going to be deleted when we reboot the system. Okay, so that's the update done. So let's go into C drive and programs, and look for Malware, as you can see here. That's the actual folder. What I want to do is right click on this, and I want to commit by Shadow Defender. Okay, a little box will pop up and it will say commit deleted files. We don't want to do that, and we do not want to do that, so I want to just go like this, click OK, and now that means it's installed into the Windows environment rather than into shadow mode. Okay, so let's have a little look at the program, make sure it's running okay. Yep, that's cool. Right, let's just stop that. So the next thing I want to do is I want to try some infected files and show you what it's like when we reboot the system. So I'm just going to get some infected files onto this desktop. Okay, now if I download infected files while we're in shadow mode, the system is safe because we're in this virtual sort of environment. Okay, I don't mean in virtual box, I mean we're in a virtual environment while we're in shadow mode. Okay, so let me just pause. Okay, so we've got our infected files here that we want to use, and I'm just going to actually install some of these. So let's just click on some of these. It's just to give you an idea. As you can see, that one's installed straight away, and that one's starting to install. We'll run this one as well. Just let these install quickly. I've got it looking like a JPEG there, and you can see it's an executable. Okay, let's have a little look at the task manager here. We can see what we can see. Okay, I can see some activity coming on. As you can see, there's a few little nasties there that have just started up. This is running. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to reboot the system, and we'll get a bit more of an idea how it goes from there, because once we reboot, all these should be gone. Okay, now Malwarebytes should be still there because obviously I've committed it to the operating system rather than shadow mode, so that's what we're looking out for. So let's restart the system anyway. Just shut this off. Now you don't want to shut off shadow mode while we're in this stage here because of what's going to happen. It won't allow you to do that. It will reboot. Okay, because if you did it now, obviously you'd be infected. So that's why it doesn't let you do that. You have to reboot each time. So what we're going to do now is just shut down this web page, and I'm going to reboot. Just try that once more there. Okay. So let's reboot the system, and we'll find out how it fares. It should be all safe because we're in a virtual environment. Okay, we'll just restart here. Pause the video there just because it was hanging a bit. So we'll just let this load in. Now this is our actual operating system, how it should be, and as you can see we have got our operating system back, and we should have none of the infection files on the system at all. I'm just quickly looking in Task Manager there. The only thing I have noticed is Malwarebytes is not installed, which is strange, unless I did that wrong. So let's have a little look. Okay, we'll just have a quick look there and find out why. And it does say committed to the original volume immediately, and why did that not go in there? Can't understand that. I'll have to have a little look up on that, guys, to find out why that is happening. I'll write a post on it on the forum so we can find out. There's not much blurb on it, to be honest. Anyway, so that's the video done. Anyway, my name is Brian from Britec.co.uk. Hope you enjoy these videos. If you do enjoy these videos, put a request in, like, ticketed, and hit that subscribe button on YouTube, and also get yourself over to the forum and start posting over there and read some of the tutorials over there. Pretty useful. Thanks again for watching, guys. Bye for now.